First of all, I want to thank you so much. And thank you guys for inviting us. This is an awesome tool. Very, very quickly. I am the Democratic nominee for Texas House of Representatives in District 65. 65 is Southern Denton County. That's Flower Mound, Carrollton, some of the larger cities that you may have heard of. Carrollton, Hebron. I have a little bit of Dallas. I actually have a little bit of Fort Worth too. In there, and a lot of smaller little areas like Draper and Lantana and Justin, what have you. But anyway, pretty much what a little bit about myself. I live in the Colony, Texas, first of all. I've been a planning and zoning commissioner in the Colony, Texas for the last 9 years. Been the vice chair of that for 7 years. And even before then, I was a planning and zoning commissioner in Cedar Hill, Texas. So basically, I say that to say that I've been behind the scenes for about the last 18 years, pretty much helping North Texas manage its exponential growth, which we've seen all around Texas, but especially in North Texas. With that said, I'm seeing how difficult it is for our elected officials, the local ones, our mayors, our city council people, our county commissioners, how more complicated it's becoming to actually manage the growth that they're experiencing, simply because the people in Austin, well, simply don't understand how cities grow. And so I plan to bring that to the table. With that said, specifically, primarily, I am focused on funding public education. My mother's a retired teacher. My daughter was a teacher, and we have to fund public schools. End of discussion, case closed, period. More importantly, secondly, we pay into Medicaid just like everybody else in the country. However, I don't think we maximize it. Hence, I think we need to expand Medicaid, especially in the state of Texas. We need to allow Texans to get the return on those federal dollars that they pay into the system. They need to be able to get them out. And then also, I'm a gun sense candidate, meaning that I take into consideration the idea of gun violence and an impact of any policy, for that matter, on gun violence. Those are kind of some of like my main primary issues that I'm focusing on. But let me say something very, very quickly. First of all, I'm very excited, especially over the last 24 hours. Very, very excited. Not only do we have the opportunity to make history, right? Just as Democrats as a whole, right? I'm expecting some new energy really, really getting into the race, okay? With that said, I think the decision that we all have in November is actually a very easy one. Usually when we're looking at electoral politics and policy, it's all about, do you lean right or do you lean left? That's not the question in November. It's, are you going to act right or act wrong? It's not a function of right or left. It's a function of right and wrong. And that makes it easy for us, right? Because regardless of whether you lean right politically or lean left, you always want to act right versus act wrong. With that said, I think our governor has gone so far to the right that he's wrong. And I think his buddy, our Attorney General, Warren Paxton, has gone so far to the right that he's now wrong. And my opponent, who, by the way, defended our AG in his impeachment, has gone so far to the right that they're now wrong. That makes it a very, very easy decision for us, okay? And so with that said, in November, I think it's all about simply doing the work. I just had a conversation with some people yesterday, and I said, I'm not going to Austin to fight for anything. And the reason I'm not going to fight for anything is because I know how to do the work. And when you know how to do the work, you don't have to fight. You just simply go to work. And that's exactly what I intend to do. So I appreciate everybody on the call for you doing your work, because that inspires me to do my work. And here's the thing, and I'll be quiet with this. What I'm learning is, regardless of what happens at the top of the ticket, we still have the facts on our side. We still have freedom on our side, right? And when it's all said and done, if we simply just do the work, we tend to win. So let's just simply continue to do the work. With that said, you can find me on the web. I'm at DeBurr4Texas.com. That's spelled DeBurrforTexas.com. We need all the support that we can get. But with that support, I can promise you, right, it will fuel us to do the work. And when we do the work, trust me, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to win. So thank you so much for hearing me, and reach out to me. I'd love to support and stay engaged as any way I possibly can. Thank you so much for the opportunity. God bless you guys.